How's everyone doing? Just real quick, I just wanted to tell you guys before the video started. And also, I'd like to thank my teammates. We played good, we did well. Fallen was Thor, and Snake was Widow, and Dr. Awkward was Captain America. So, yeah, good coordination. And yeah, we did our best. Let's break the world record. Follow Dr. Awkward at GED. He is our anchor, the Captain America main. We did the speed run on Saturday. Go check that out on Doom Killer HD channel. I will leave the description. I will leave the links down in the description, so definitely drop a follow. Go on Twitch, follow Dr. Awkward. He also does comics, so go check that out if you're a big old comic nerd. You know what I'm saying, like us, the Geek Squad. We gotta stick together. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out of here. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, KS Prime Videos. Today we have for you Ironman freaking 3000. This is the build I use in the speed run, and what you've seen in the video or even after, this is it right here. This is exactly what I used. So, I mean, have fun with it. Have fun trying to replicate it. So we're going to start off. Should we start off with the skills or gear? I guess we'll start off with the skills. Yeah. Start off with the skills this time. Alright, so each of these things are situational. Obviously what you've seen through the gameplay. At the end, I had to change it up. I had to use my arc shield. So if you're by yourself, it's okay to use the arc shield so you won't take damage. Obviously, I didn't switch because I was doing the EMP to hurry up and speed up the stun. So this is definitely important. This is what I use. I use these two when I first start out the raid. I automatically go to these two because I know people have trouble shooting through the barrier. You have to get inside the barrier to shoot through it, So that gets annoying for certain people. And if you're an Ironman and, you don't know this, you should know this because people can't shoot the enemies, if they're not inside your bubble, which sucks, sometimes people complain about it, but it's there for a reason. We have the shield for a reason at times, so we don't get interrupted. But unfortunately, I cannot use that when it comes to the Shuri room for speed running because then I'll block my teammates from taking down the antimetal crystals. So that's another reason why I use the EMP. So yeah. And we have Assault Heroic. This is the bread and butter. This is what helps me take out the eye really fast. And it is the Unibeam. This is it, the bad boy right here. I wouldn't use these because these are like focus based. These are like a one-time thing. Unless you could do like maybe 5 mil in one blast on crit against the claw eye, then yeah, go for it. Prove me wrong. I mean, I wish they would show the damage that we're doing against the eye, but it's not. So it's, it's like a mystery. So I guess, you could try it out, test it out to see if it'll work with the one Omega Beam, which is a very powerful move. Even for a short burst, it does do high damage though. So keep that in mind, but this is more consistent. I like this more better. Maybe I will test this out to see just exactly how much damage I'm doing against that eye. But yeah, and we have this right here for additional damage. As you keep concentrating, just shooting that eye, it gradually increases the damage. So say like it goes to 9, then as you keep hitting it, it goes to 10 crit, 12. It goes like every 2000 crit, like per 1 second, I think, or 2 seconds. So that helps as well, along with the gear that I use that helps increase the crit, which is a heroic gear piece that I have, which give Iron Man 150%. So this comes hand in hand with that, obviously. And we got our ultimate. This right here, as you can see through the gameplay, if you haven't. But yeah, when I first start out the raid, I go with the Magnum Missile Barrage so I can help clear, in the beginning. So I hurry up and pop that out. It's very situational. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but it'll be quite a slow process trying to, this is more faster. The Missile Barrage is insane. So you want to slap this on first. There's no point using this yet until you get to the last part. And obviously you could switch this, while you're loading in to fight, get ready to fight the last claw fight. So I would definitely probably keep this on. And remember, keep in mind, make sure you have your teammates remind you to put this on before you get to the claw at the end. Because I made a boo-boo. I had this on the whole time. So, and obviously this is pretty good to keep, the Hawkbuster out for a long time. So that's up to you, but I would choose the middle one. And we're moving on to Mastery. Not much here. Just increase all stun damage dealt to enemies. That helps a ton for takedowns. So your teammates can do takedowns for you, so you can shoot out orbs. That's another thing too. As you've seen in the gameplay versus speedrun, an actual speedrun team. If you were to do this right here, the Unibeam against the eye and the arc shield, you need your teammates to shoot out orbs for you, like a lot. Now I'm missing a piece, obviously a gear piece, which lets Ironman regenerate his heroic orbs by getting 2. Unfortunately, I dismantled that. But if I were you, I'd try to get that. Instead of your teammates shooting out like 20 of them, he could just shoot out 2, and you'll be right back in it. Instead of trying to collect 5 or however much heroic orbs. But yeah, definitely if you're running with a team now with randoms, as you see, I was running with randoms. I had to use the spark, so that's another option to get up your heroic charge. Definitely use that gear to switch in and out of phases when you're running with randoms, because they don't know what you're up to unless you got a mic and you want to tell them. But yeah, here's the takedown orbs. Obviously simple. Crit damage by 15 for all ranged. We got range. This is situational. Obviously you've seen through the gameplay. I'm a rocket man. I rock with the rockets. So you could go laser if you want to. It is pretty effective, but it's slower. But yeah, see, I use the lasers when I use my gear to to get up my heroic charge. I use lasers because it's more penetration. It just procs more than using rockets. Plus, you're constantly hitting them with lasers. So it works hand in hand with this gear piece right here. Targeted spark right there. Chance of range, critical attack, grants heroic charge. So it works. So I use the lasers. When I equip this on, I switch to my lasers. So it'll be faster to proc. So yeah. Okay, back to mastery. So, and then we got intrinsic. Obviously I use this to keep my supercharge as much as possible. You definitely want that. Yeah, the others I wouldn't mess with unless your build's different. We also got increased duration of the overcharge state by 2 seconds. Definitely want that to keep going as much as you can. And we have this right here, increased damage for all attacks while overcharged. That even gives you more damage against that eye, against claw, whatever. So definitely slap this on. And we got add shock for battery. Why not, right? We want that battery ASAP. Because Iron Man does so much damage. I don't know if you've seen it before or after, but yeah, I mean, I try to get the add shock damage to claw at the end, but it's difficult. But if I'd had that battery, I'd have melted him as fast as really fast, I'm telling you. Alright, then we got this right here. This is the bread and butter. You know, as you can see, I keep popping my my intrinsic barrier a lot. And this is what keeps your your lasers going, your rockets. This is where you can do the rocket spam. If you have this out and you keep rocket spamming, you can keep doing it all day as long as you have the barrier up and this skill equipped. So yeah, this right here keeps me shooting rockets and lasers. And we got utility. Obviously, you need that for a speed run. You know, why use the countermeasures when you can use your wits? You know, just use your wits. Just use your awareness. We all got to use our gaming skills. You know, when we see something coming, just tap B, just move out the way. You don't have to use this as like a waste. I would either use this or the speed burners. If I wasn't doing a speed run, I'd probably go with this. Obviously, the 15% helps a ton. So yeah, that's what I'm using for a speed run to help speed along. Obviously, I'm a 375 champion, so everything is up. But if you're not all the way up here, obviously we want to focus on crit, definitely heroic, because that's gonna help with the unibeam. You know, definitely get that up. You don't have to worry about these too much, but you know, I'm gonna worry about this. Like, just get that up at get these up the last two, because they don't work as intended. 3% is not actually 3%. You know, you see my range, right? It says 6,497. Well, if you slap on a range boost, like if you equip one of these, it'll go to 6,405. Actually, it'll go to 6,500. That's what it'll go to. It'll just up it up by 3, which is a shame because it says 3%, right? But yeah, definitely could work on a crit, heroic, perks. Perks is a must. You need those perks to proc. And this one's good, obviously. This one is, you gotta get that stun up as fast as possible for the claw. But yeah, that is the skills. Let's move it on to the gear, the main thing. And now I know you've seen this gear in the gameplay, obviously, but you didn't see an in-depth. This is what I used in the speedrun, for the Xbox edition on Doom Killer HD's channel. By the way, check that out. If you are new, subscribe to his channel. And also, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Awkward on Twitch. Definitely follow him as well. He is a Captain America main. And yeah, you got to give him his props. I mean, he went in there, he did what he did, and he conquered. And here is the melee gear. We are rocking. This is almost like glass cannon. Now, I have defense, obviously, because I collect comics. I am somewhat of a comic grinder. I have slowed down the process. But yeah, we got Valor Precision on this. Or I'm seeing Sonic Conduit. Obviously, you get the status to deal 15 more damage. But yeah, that's pretty rare. They don't proc too much. Unless you're rocking this thing right here. Something like Sonic Conduit down below, that perk. That would definitely boost everything up. That's something I'm looking into. We got like combo finisher and signature attacks, deal sonic damage, and increase damage from Hulkbuster. Obviously, I would like to get a good piece that says like overcharge. I've been looking for that because I think if I can find it's called Rampant Breaker, then he would be such a beast. Like if I can get a Rampant Breaker on this piece with Valor and Precision. I'm telling you guys, I've been trying to play. RNG gods are not working with me. So he has potential, trust me. Ironman still has potential because we have that Tachyon surge in the damage buff we're still looking for. So there's still potential for this guy. But anyway, we got the range gear right here. This one is awesome. Obviously, if I'm receiving the Sonic Conduit, I'll do even substantial amount of damage against Claw or anything that comes in my way. 40% is huge. Obviously, we got the bread and butter right here. The OP gear, the middle part. that allows me to do all range attacks, which is vibranium. And we got another perk down below, which, gives me 20% damage, which is rampant breaker while overcharged. So I have 2 arc shields, so I'm able to take advantage of this stuff right here. If I get rampant breaker for every gear slot, that'll be amazing. I would definitely have to test that out. Now to explain the gear down below, this is what I use when even if I play with my teammates, I hurry up and switch it out because sometimes, heroic orbs don't come out like that. And, they take the heroic orbs, situations like that. So I use this to back it up. And it has laser attacks, cosmic. I mean, that's amazing. Also, when I defeat, I still get another heroic charge burst. So it's 2 different, it's 2 quicker ways to get your heroic charge burst. If it's not the range crit, it's the defeat. So, and we have, well, this is for another build, obviously, I'm working on. Now, actually, I need to bring this closer. That way I can hurry up and switch out rather than going way over there. This is what I use, obviously, when I get in the claw at the end. Now, I'm not sure if I equip this and I let someone else get in it and they get the 24% increased stun damage from Hulkbuster. I'm not sure if that works or not. But I like the rolls. I like the fact that it says proficiency and intensity, because intensity, increases the stun, and proficiency makes it proc more. So that's awesome. I love it. And precision to add on. I don't really need it, but this is just for Hulkbuster purposes for the stun. But anyway, this is what I use for situational. As you've seen in the gameplay, it's really up to you. Good luck trying to find a piece like that. We are working on a defensive gear, precision and valor, more glass cannon fodder. We have enemies defeated using the unibeam. Ability explodes, which is great because if I use my unibeam and there's an ability where if you kill someone with a unibeam, you 100% guaranteed a heroic orb, and if they explode next to the person, boom, 2 orbs pop out. So unibeam explosion is definitely good. Obviously Sonic immunity, that's my defense right there against Sonic enemies. And while sending the Sonic under a buff, I get to, resistance to Sonic and my brain damage is increased by 50%. And I don't think I have anything down here that's situational. I guess some of it is just for, well, this one I use just in case. And obviously the reverberation breaker for doing more damage is pretty good. But I only use this piece because it's Sonic immunity. And the stat rolls are pretty high. So yeah, moving on to heroic. This is the Omega gear. This is the best gear you can have for Ironman because the rampant spike. Yes, sir. It is the best. I would say 150% increased critical damage is amazing. And on top of that, you get 2 arc shields. Come on, guys. Can't go wrong with that. Now, I don't mind the resolve in this stat roll, but I wouldn't mind having proficiency to make it proc more, or even intensity. One of those options. I know, right? Or resilience. I mean, but might's not. I don't really want might for what I'm going for. Precision valor is what I needed on this piece, and it's what I got. And moving on to my situational pieces down here. I do switch to this when I get to the what is it, the forge. I switch to this to give me that 50%, which increases dramatically. As you've seen in the gameplay, it automatically increases critical damage from all weapons. Now this one, obviously you need the arc shield to get that 150% crit. So I don't put this on when I get on the forge. I put this piece on when I get in the forge, or even when I step in the Shuri room, I put it on. That helps a ton. But yeah, that is the pieces right there. I'll show you the other ones I have here. That one's good too. Obviously, it has rampant range breaker, but I can't use it over this. Like, it's difficult. 2 arc shows, 150% crit. Plus, keep in mind he does extremely amount of damage when he's or when he's overcharged. Period. When he's supercharged, so it's even more damage, including 150% crit. All right, so moving on to the ISOs. We got obviously it's explanatory. Obviously, I would like the bottom to be a little bit better instead of heavy combo finisher, but it is what it is. I only got this piece. Excuse me. I only got this piece because it stacked all 64, same as this one. You know, I would love if I can get spin safeguard on both of these, to be honest. And something pretty good down below. Apex Boom's pretty good, obviously. I do like that. But here's the situationals. We got all 64 on this as well. And all 64 on that as well. Yep. And moving on to the other part. Now, this is if I were to go in the back room, which is highly unlikely that Ironman would be in the back room. But yeah, this is just in case. Or if I'm playing Tachyon Rift, something like that. And here is the proficiency that I would normally slap on when I'm facing Claw, just to increase the the proccing. So proficiency. And this is what I run. Usually I have this stacked, but when I'm doing Elite Raid, I put in my my comics back in my locker, just to speed it up so I can hurry them select it. That's another thing too. If you want to do a speed run, make sure you reduce this area, even this, keep these locked so you don't accidentally switch onto them, because all you want is these 2 bad boys for Ironman at least. I mean, these are universal. I love these. Universal major artifacts. Tactagon is a must, and obviously this right here. I definitely, as you've seen in the gameplay, I do use this when I'm versing in the eye or even claw. This is pretty much for boss battles. When I use this thing, just take them out as fast as possible. And then I slap, like, I activate this, right? And then once it's activated, I slap on Tactagon when I have a chance, just to get the Valor. The Might, I can care less. The Valor is more for an increase for, Claw's eye, to get that pink eye, All right, so I appreciate you guys for watching. That is my build. This is the outfit I used in the speed run. Got to go with some in-game, and we got the emote, because we're too cool. Yes. And takedowns, just in case if you guys want to check it out. I should actually put on the quicker takedowns, to be honest. Yeah, you might want to do that. Put on quicker takedowns when it comes to speed run if you end up doing the takedown. But as you can see, I didn't do any takedowns because I use this to get my charge rate. My heroic charges up. So yeah, that is the build. Appreciate you guys for watching. Here is the chart if you want to take a look. The heroic stats. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Give this video a like if you enjoyed the gameplay and the build. Subscribe if you're new, obviously. And yeah, go follow Dr. Awkward, PhD, GED, I think. Yeah, go follow Dr. Awkward. It will be in the link down below. All right, so go follow Doom Killer HD. Don't miss out on the speed run that we did on Saturday on Doom Killer HD's channel. So yeah, shout out to all the Marvel Avengers content creators. Definitely watching. And also the Twitch. Twitch content creators. So I'll catch you guys later. Maybe one day we'll run into each other and we'll play and you'll see me. And you should be happy, unless I'm not using the flyer. Even if I'm not using a flyer, I can still kick butt. I still do crazy damage. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.